What's up? I'm Taylor, and I started this YouTube channel to share my personal recovery journey, to share what's worked for me, to share what's guided me to where I'm at today, what keeps me here, and what keeps me moving forward. And the thing about recovery is that pain is unavoidable, right? So life is painful in itself. And my problem is that I didn't know how to face pain. I didn't know how to regulate my emotions. I didn't know how to deal with my anxiety. I didn't have interpersonal skills or communication skills. I didn't have a healthy relationship with myself. And especially, I didn't have healthy relationships with other people before I came to recovery 3 years ago. And I feared being alone. I feared sitting outside as I am now, looking at myself in this camera, because for years, my entire life, every time I would wake up in the morning, I dreaded being awake. I dreaded being alive. I had no purpose, I had no motivation, and I had no intent because I didn't know who I was. I didn't love myself. The resentment that I had carried from others' pains that they had projected on me, the resentment that I carried myself from the choices that I chose to make, which led to lifelong consequences, right? The guilt, the shame, all these things contributed to why I wanted to escape myself. And for me, at first it was addiction, and when I became sober, then it became college. When I burnt myself out with college, then it became sleep. Sleep became my main coping mechanism. Distraction. Distraction in itself is an addiction. And I have to really question myself in the beginning of recovery and self-reflect to understand what's going on in my brain and within myself. And the only way for me to heal was to identify where the pain was and what the pain was and why the pain was there. And change is a process. It's a lifelong journey, just as suffering is a lifelong journey. So there's really only two options in life. I can suffer and hate myself and fight against myself every day, or I can choose a new way of life. I can choose to learn to love myself. I can choose to learn how to show up for myself on an emotional and spiritual level. And the only way I was able to get to where I'm at today was through repetition and action when my brain didn't want to do it. That has been the only way I've been able to reprogram my brain, and I am still working on myself today to heal parts of me that are still unhealed.